Hey y'all, welcome back to Astronomer Live, the show where we take something either new or cool in Airflow and we break it down, show you how to do it, and hopefully make it easy for you to up-level your Airflow pipelines. So today, the tour de jour is the new notifiers. So I went over them a little bit in the 2.6 feature release, but today I really wanted to go deep on this and show you exactly how they work and exactly how you can use them. So the first notifier I'd like to kind of go into is the Slack notifier. So with the Slack notifier, basically what this is a class that you can import from Airflow providers, just like any other provider, and then write your connection ID, channel, message that you want to send. And then instead of you using your own function for on success callback or on failure callback, now you can use the Slack notifier class. So this eliminates the need for you to constantly have to write failure logic, notification logic to actually communicate to Slack. Now it just kind of works out of the box. So much more extensible solution than pretty much anything else. And you can either define it on the task level or on the DAG level, and then as a default arg and apply it to all of your tasks. But this is just showing it on the task level. So if we run it here, just trigger the DAG, and then you can go over into Slack, and you can see my Slack notifier saying hi. Let's zoom in on that for you a bit. So you can see here, it gives me the date, task name using Junji templating, as well as the task state. Now, one thing to note here is that you won't actually be able to set this up in the Slack UI. You'll have to go to the Slack web UI. So what that looks like is going into your application. So you're going to want to create a new application. And then under features and functionality, you are going to, so if I go create a new app from scratch, just call it whatever you want. I don't really care. Then choose whichever workspace. So it's just your Slack workspace. And this is basically a web API connection. So once you've done that, what you'll do is configure permissions to allow your Slack notifier or app to communicate with your Slack workspace. So if we go down to scopes, the scopes you'll need to have for this to work are, chat write and chat write public. So chat write just means you can write messages to a specific channel, and you have to add this user to whatever channel you want it to use. Whereas chat write public just means you can interact with any channel. So one of these two, I just use both to kind of show you. You can also restrict it, add some additional scopes if you'd like. Then after you're done, you'll have to install this to the workspace, just allow permissions, and then it'll give you an auth token. So I'll hide that so no one just starts spamming my workspace with messages, but there you have it. So that's kind of the Slack notifier in a nutshell. Now, the other one I just wanted to show you while we're here is the notifier file. So this is a little different in that this is kind of an example of how you can extend your own notifier. So if you don't want to just use the Slack notifier at the box, maybe you're using like Microsoft Teams, right? Or really any other kind of notification system, what you can do is define that in this notifier class, just like you make a custom operator, where you'll inherit the base notifier class, then extend it, call it MyFile Notifier. And then basically what this is doing is just creating a file on your local machine in the include folder that gives you the context of the task. So you can see here, this is basically just imitating failure and success states. And you can see the MyFile Notifier. This is an example of it on the DAG level. So easy way to make custom notifiers. And one thing to note as well is you can include this in your directory instead of including on the DAG, and then just import it just like you did with the Slack notifier. So it is pretty extensible, and again, eliminates the need to just copy and paste this class code into every single DAG that you want to use it on. So we go over and run it, and then go to our local file system. So let me zoom in a little bit. We can go into our include folder, and we can see the failure messages. Pretty basic stuff. but just showing you the log and the messages that are in this include folder. So that's really all I wanted to show you today. Kind of a quick session, but just some really cool stuff on, hey, this is a much better way to do notifications in Airflow and a much easier way than you would have had previously. So really hope you learned something. Hope you go home and implement this in your own pipelines, and have a good one. Enjoy your lunch.